guys, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're gonna start with this one first. A giant destructive volcanic eruption is set to shake the world in the coming months, bringing about the end of mankind, scientists warn. Now it says here, hidden magma chambers, rising heat, and global implications are now under intense scrutiny. The stakes go far beyond the American West, and the timeline may be shorter than expected. They're referring to Yellowstone volcano. Alright, so we're going to get to all this here, guys. Once again, you have all these experts and scientists are just sounding the alarm. Yellowstone in a few months going to blow? And then you have more scientists and NASA and all them are saying there's an alien ship coming to Earth this November. And now you have this news here. Mega tsunami warning sparks urgent action as Virginia Tech forecasts Cascadia earthquake threat. And then you have the New Madrid. You have National Guards out there preparing for the mega quake. So you got a lot. I mean, you got so many stuff going on here. So again, we're gonna get to all this news here, guys. I do have a lot more information I want to share to you. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, once again, the PayPal link and the Cash App link is in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Big things are going down in DC. You got some people out there just... Again, you guys already know these people. They're going to be out there. They're not going to like what's going on. Even though it's amazing, but some people's not going to like it. Again, these soldiers and law enforcement, they're out there so you could have a good night sleep. Alright? Currently happening, you have certain groups out there. Faces off against National Guard armored vehicles. Sometimes I feel like these people just paid or something. At this time, outside Union Station in DC, you have whose supporters is facing, protester is facing off against National Guard armored vehicles, demanding that they leave the city. Now, this standoff comes amid a surge of violent crimes across the DC area, which authorities say has spiraled out of control and prompted the increased military presence. All right, but we do have a lot more information coming out. Boy, oh boy. This is very sad. Once again, you have DC protester lets National Guard pass for a bottle of water. In Washington, an anti-demonstrator holding a Donald Jeffrey and Vladimir BFF sign struck a bizarre deal with police and National Guard. A bottle of water in exchange for letting armored vehicles roll through. The stunt came during nationwide hands-off. You have the group blasting Donald on everything from reproductive rights to tariffs. Once again, these group sign also taped into outrage over the release of Jeffrey files because, of course, it did. Now, guys, I want to let everybody know, if you are new to my channel, I use a lot of code words. Someone is like, his name is Trump, not Donald. The reason why I say Donald or Commander-in-Chief, because this platform is really strict, especially if you lean towards the right. You guys already know this platform, they be putting videos under the rug. This is why we use code words. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. So please try to understand that. Thank you. Breaking news. You have more groups out there confront National Guard in D.C. These groups swarm Union Station, hurling chants and fuming at stunned National Guard troops standing by. They accused soldiers of betrayal, urging them to disobey orders and stand with the people. They are standing with the people. What are you talking about, man? The scene turned wild with shouts of shame and one of us. We have more breaking news coming out. You have 3 states are going to deploy National Guard to D.C. Ohio, West Virginia, and South Carolina. There's going to be more states to follow. They're going to be sending the guards. It has just been announced that the number of states sending more National Guard to D.C. has increased to 3 to support Donald orders. Now it says here, West Virginia, Ohio, and South Carolina. Every red should pinch in. We don't even need the blue. Gov. The capital is being restored. Okay. And also, guys, I want to bring this up too. There was a magnitude 6 earthquake strikes Indonesia again. This was 10 kilometers. So we are definitely seeing some shaking going on out in the Pacific Ocean. There's a video here that shows the ground movements. It was downgraded to a 5.8. Grocery store, grocery shop security camera footage from Lembonmawo village. We are praying for the people out there in Indonesia. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with this Yellowstone. Let's see what's going on with the Yellowstone. All right, so I just found this news article. It was posted a day ago. So let's see what's going on here. A detailed geophysical study published in Nature and by the U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, has refined our understanding of the Yellowstone supervolcano, uncovering new insight into its subsurface magma dynamics. Concurrently, I'm going to skip that name, assessment by researchers such as Marcus Stoffel, University of Geneva, have renewed discourse around the global systemic risk posed by a potential super eruption, not only at Yellowstone, but at several other active volcanic complexes worldwide. Magma architecture and the revised eruption model. In 2025, USGS analysts employed electromagnetic imaging techniques to measure the electrical conductivity of the rock beneath the Yellowstone caldera, because molten rock is significantly more conductive than solid field magma. This method allowed researchers to map the 3-dimensional distribution of partially molten zones with high resolution. The findings indicate that Yellowstone magmatic system is not monolithic. Instead, it comprises heterogeneous pockets of melt embedded within largely solid field crust. Now, these melt zones range from 2% to 30% melt fraction and are spatially isolated. Most of the magma is concentrated in the northeast section of the caldera, where 400 up to 500 km of rhyolitic magma resides, a quantity exceeding the output of the Mesa Falls eruption. We are getting all these new updates especially with all these new technology that's coming out. I mean, scientists said they have discovered more than 80,000 earthquakes under Yellowstone since 2007. They also said that Yellowstone has more magma than what they thought. The heat source beneath this magma is basaltic intrusion from the mantle, which continues to thermally sustain and gradually enlarge these melt zones, while current data suggests no single connected reservoir. The progressive heating could eventually lead to connectivity between magma pockets, increasing the potential for a large-scale eruption. Volcanic precursors and probability assessment. Historically, Yellowstone has experienced 3 major eruptions over the past 2.1 million years. Oh my goodness. They're going to keep going with that millions of year stuff. Guys, here's the thing. I go by scriptures. All right. The heaven and the earth was created not 20,000 years, not 15,000 years, but around 6 to close to 7,000 years range. All right. So, and if you do your studying in the book of Genesis, it gives us the timeline and everything. The flood was not even long ago. I mean, again, the flood was like, how many years was it? Like 4,000 years ago? But again, you know, these are men, these are scientists, and most of them just don't believe in God. They just have their own theory. Historically, Yellowstone has experienced 3 major eruptions over the past 2.1 million years. All right, so you have the Huckleberry Ridge, Mesa Falls, and Lava Creek. The average recurrence interval between these events is often misrepresented as a predictive cycle. In reality, eruption timing is non-periodic, and a small sample size limits statistical validity. I actually apologize about some of these words, guys. All right. So we're going to skip a lot of this stuff here. I do have something else I want to show you when it comes to Yellowstone. Hold on, give me a second. A Yellowstone super eruption will likely follow a multi-phase eruption cycle. Evidence from past events, including the 630,000-year-old Lava Creek eruption, suggests that smaller precursory eruption may precede the main event by years or decades. These early phases would potentially be explosive, but localized, driven by shallow magma pockets. Alright, so I want to show you something really quick here, guys. And I did pull up some more information about this story here. So a giant destructive volcanic eruption is set to shake the world in the coming months, bringing about the end of mankind, scientists warn. So some scientific reports and articles have highlighted the potential risk associated with massive volcanic eruption, including a 1 in 6 chance of a catastrophic event occurring within this century. However, the claim that such an eruption is set to occur in the coming months and bring about the end of mankind is not supported by the available information. So here's a closer look at the scientific insight regarding these events. Number 1, massive eruptions are inevitable, but timing is uncertain. Experts agree that large-scale eruptions are an inevitable part of Earth's geological processes. However, the precise timing of such an event is impossible to predict with current technology. Consequences of a magma eruption could be could be severe, but likely not extinction level. Now, while a supervolcano eruption could cause widespread devastation, including regional devastation, long-term global disruption, and agricultural collapse, it is unlikely to lead to the complete extinction of humanity. Past super eruptions have not resulted in the extinction of human species. But here's the thing, guys. The Bible says that at the very end, once everything is fulfilled, God is going to say, that is it. It is done. I am the first, the last, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, and the end. And God will uncreate heaven and earth. All this that was created at the very beginning, God will uncreate it. It will go out with a big bang. But we do have a new heaven and a new earth waiting for us, for only righteous dwell. You're not going to be seeing no World War III, no nuclear stuff. You ain't going to be seeing no more hungers, famines, or pestilence, or death, or sadness, or sin. You're not going to see all that. It's going to be gone. We're not going to experience those feelings anymore. For we're going to have an eternal body lifetime, and we're going to walk with Jesus to that new earth. So it says here, Axial Seamount is under close observation. There is an underwater volcano called Axial Seamount off the Oregon coast that is currently experiencing increased seismic activity and could erupt in the near future, late 2025 or early 2026. However, due to its underwater location and distance from the Cascadia fault, this eruption is not expected to cause tsunamis or significant land-based earthquakes. We're going to go with the next one. Humanity is unprepared. I do believe so. Humanity is unprepared, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Many are not prepared with Christ. Many are not prepared when it comes to world events. Many are unprepared. They find that the world is this perfect Mary Poppins and nothing happens. Everything is good. Lewis is a fearmonger. They believe that this world is perfect. Humanity is unprepared, but research is ongoing. While humanity may lack a comprehensive plan to deal with a massive volcanic eruption, ongoing research is improving the understanding of volcanic activity and its potential impact, such as how eruption might amplify or dampen the climate change. Scientists are studying past eruption to better predict future events and their consequences. I think scientists need to also study Pompeii too, and Sodom and Gomorrah. In summary, while a giant volcanic eruption with global consequences is a possibility within this century, there's no scientific consensus that such an event is imminent in the coming months, nor that it will lead to the extinction of mankind. Scientific efforts are focused on improving understanding of this event and developing preparedness strategies. Okay, so they believe that Yellowstone is not going to blow within months. But according to some of these some of these scientists, they believe that Yellowstone is going to blow. Hold on, give me a second here. Low probability, high consequence. The recent USGS study provides essential constraint on Yellowstone eternal structure, reducing sensational speculation while clarifying the long-term risk. The consensus across multiple disciplines is that while a supervolcano at Yellowstone is not imminent, the consequences will be globally destabilizing, affecting the climate, agricultural, infrastructure, and human security. Preparing for such an event requires international coordination, scientific transparency, and sustained investment in resilient infrastructure and adaptive agricultural. And given the non-linear nature of geophysical system and the globalized interconnectedness of modern society, the cost of inaction could exceed the threshold of recoverability. All right. Scientists is really putting out a lot of these information here. And we did talk about this earlier today. I'm not gonna read this article, but if you guys want to check out the video, the link will be in the description box. Mega tsunami warning sparks urgent action as Virginia Tech forecasts Cascadia earthquake threat. All right, guys, we're gonna go with the next news here. Give me 1 second here. Oh, let me take you to the National Hurricane Center really quick before I forget, because Lewis is getting old and too many jobs going on. Okay, so there's another storm building up. Let me refresh the page. Okay, so there's another storm building up, all right? And right behind Erin. Let me just... So Erin is now a Category 4. So it has lost some strength. So it was 160, but now it lost some strength. It's at 140, Category 4. But we're going to keep an eye on this one. This one here is going to be the next one. All right, so I do believe this storm here, there's a possibility that yellow one is going to head towards somewhere. Again, it's heading somewhere, but it's not heading towards the Atlantic. It looks like it's about to form and head towards like this region here. All right, but we're focusing on Erin, which it seems like Erin is just going to go out there, just make his turn. And yeah, we're going to have to see what tomorrow brings. But that's the latest updates. Hurricane Erin. All right, let me go back on X. See if there's any more information here. If you can, please share the video. Thank you again for your support. So we do have more breaking news coming out. Wow, Puerto Rico seeing some rain right now. It says here, Hurricane Erin will likely become a Category 5 again tonight, pending a successful eyewall replacement cycle. Most models do show that the hurricane tracking slightly further west than originally forecasted, but landfall in the USA is not expected. So the reason why it's losing some strength, you see Puerto Rico right here, right? You got some of these, the storm is slamming Puerto Rico. And that's why it's 140 miles per hour. Sending prayers to the island. Some people went to jail. Michigan councilman busted. Stuffing males. Surveillance footage in Michigan shows what looks like council member Abu the left pulling up to the city hall in the middle of the night while a buddy tries to jam stack of ballots into the box like a Thanksgiving turkey. Days later, another camera caught Abu again, this time riding shotgun and passing off 3 fat bundles of the mail for drop off like it was fast food order. Michigan police say this is now part of an official investigation, which is awkward since two other, members were already charged with alleged fraud last year for doing the same thing. Wow. They got them. They put them in jail. And guess what? It happened in 2020. Oh man, it happened in 2020. So if you still believe Joe got 84 million, oh man, it just please don't tell me you believe that. Please don't tell me you believe that. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm trying to see if I can find any more information here. Very slow night. It is a very slow night. So again, the New York Post, they have their information. Hurricane Erin remains an extremely dangerous Category 4 cyclone north of Caribbean. People say Caribbean, others say Caribbean. What's the difference? I don't know. All I know is I like to say the Caribbeans. Again, because I love the movie Johnny Depp, The Pirates of the Caribbean. So, give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to see if there's any more information here. Ooh, all right. So something came out earlier today. I have to be very careful with this one here. I'm not gonna say certain names here, guys, but so you have Mr. Miller says that Mr. Gavin from from Cali, and the mayor. Ooh. Well, something big went down. Guilty of certain lawlessness against. Wow, look at this. Whoa. I guarantee their name is probably on the list too. National Guard is preparing to carry equipment in D.C. The question is, why? I mean, look at that. Look at that, guys. I mean, that's like the Mid-East. That's like the Mid-East stuff right there. What's going on here? Are we preparing for biblical war with Mexico? There's a possibility. There's a possibility that Donald is gonna fight towards, again, those gangs out there, and those gangs, they are here and they got equipments too. There's a possibility they might go to DC and do some stuff. Pay attention. Pay very, very close attention. And again, guys, you don't need that for homeless stuff. Man, you don't. I mean, again, they're doing amazing without the equipment. You don't need to give it to them unless we're about to see some biblical war. Alright, guys, it seems like this is going to be all of it for tonight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it a little early tonight, guys. I'm not seeing much. I usually stay for like an hour, but yeah, I'm just gonna, kind of tired right now too. It's 12:23 a.m. Eastern time, but it's been a long, long day. Give me a second here. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm not seeing nothing here, guys. Give me a second. I'm just gonna double check with the hurricane. Nothing going on with the hurricane. Everything is good. Um, I was gonna bring this up, guys, but I'm just I'm not gonna read it, but I'm just gonna show you the title, and this is just crazy. This is where we at right now. This is where we at. The Red Dragon develops the world's first pregnancy, well, robot that's capable of giving birth to a live baby. Oh my. It's a concept that currently only exists in sci-fi movies. But scientists in the Red Dragon are developing the world's first pregnancy robot capable of carrying a young one to term and giving birth. Once again, the robot will be equipped with an artificial womb that receive nutrients through a hose, expert said. This is where we at. I saw the nail pierced hands of Jesus. Supernatural dreams are fueling Christian revival in Uzbekistan. People are having dreams of Christ. And that's like the beauty. Dreaming, the light. I mean, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That's amazing. You wake up the next day, amen, hallelujah. I'm going to take a good shower, start singing hymns and stuff like that. Alright, so give me a second here, guys. I'm not seeing much information. Yeah, this is all of it here, guys. I'm just gonna end it, but please share the video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a good night. And yeah, this is gonna be all of it. I'll see you guys in 12 hours. All right. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.